Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mogul Motivation. Welcome back. I'm happy that you are here. This podcast is for aspiring entrepreneurs who want to go forward and accomplish their dreams. This podcast is for any type of dream chaser and any type of career that wants to accomplish and reach success. If you're watching this podcast on whatever social media that I posted on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, what have you, if you're looking at the video, to my left you see a blank wall. Behind me, you see my iMac. You see another microphone that I use to conduct interviews. You see my pens. You see a calendar above me and some Post-it notes. This is the lab. This is what I call my home office here in Chicago. And this is where I'm recording these podcasts now. This is my studio for the time being. This is the year 2022. I started Mogul Motivation in 2016. And the reason why I'm just now faithfully recording these episodes, not just because of the behest of my friends and my inner circle telling me I should have been doing this a long time ago. And it's not because I have a fear of public speaking. I'm a public speaker. I never had a fear of public speaking. I actually relish it and I'm comfortable with it. The reason is I had a certain expectation, a certain aesthetic in my mind when it comes to recording these podcast episodes. And in my mind, True Stories Media Studio has to look a certain way. And I will have that studio this year. I don't have it yet at the moment, but I will have it. But until that happens, this is my studio. I was in my own way. I had a certain design in my head. And because I had that certain design, I stopped myself from growing and evolving and expanding within my certain circumstances, my current circumstances, should I say. Because of that, I hindered myself. There's nothing wrong with having a certain design for how you want your life, your business, and your career to look. That's a good thing, actually. But the issue is when you allow that certain design, that aesthetic, to hinder your growth in your current circumstances. That was my issue. It's been 6 years I've been doing this podcast, and I'm just now faithfully recording them. 6 years later. It's because I finally got out of my own head. I finally told myself I'm going to design this podcast, my content, within my certain circumstances because I have no other choice but to do it. We have to do with what we have, ladies and gentlemen. Understand this. It's okay to design your life. It's okay to plan your career, to plan your business. But when we start to expect perfection, when we start to expect that it has to look this way or it's no way at all, that's when we demean ourselves. That's when we hold ourselves back, ladies and gentlemen. Look, this applies in all aspects of business and dream chasing. If you only got 2 gigs this month, if you only had 1 gig in the month of January, but someone else in the same industry, the same career field as you probably had 100, they're probably already killing it. We're not even at the end of the first quarter in 2022, and they already making buku profits, so much money, so much success, and you're looking at them and you're hard on yourself, and you're telling yourself, that's the expectation I should have for myself. I'm not doing enough. I'm telling you right now, that's a sin against your own ambition, ladies and gentlemen, because that's not true. You don't know how much they prayed for that success. You don't know what they went through to get that success, and most importantly, you don't know what's behind the scenes to maintain that type of success. Design your career, your business, and your life for your certain circumstances. Sometimes you might think you want 500 clients. You might think you want 500 gigs. You might think you want this many sales, but you might not be ready to handle that yet. So within your current design, within your current life, and your current stage in your business, you have to cater to that and you have to move at your own pace. There's nothing wrong with that, ladies and gentlemen. So if you only got 1 client, if you only got 1 gig, if you only got 5, if you only got 10, if it's not as many as what you think other people are getting, don't be hard on yourself. Be grateful for the success and the productivity that you are producing in the process. Design your life for your workload. Design your life for your mental health. Design your life for what you can control and what you can handle. Stop focusing on everybody else and stop allowing those expectations to give you perfectionism and make you think that you have to be under a certain way and do things a certain way. It's not going to be like that at all times. Look at my studio right now. I'm in my home office. I'm in the lab. The walls are bare at the moment. There's nothing in here but a calendar, some Post-it notes in my iMac, and a TV right over there that you can't see. But the reality is this is my studio right now because the content is still king. What I'm still saying is still going to be true. Whether I'm in my home office or whether I'm in a $5 million studio, it doesn't matter. In your life, design everything to fit your certain circumstances, your current circumstances, and continue to flourish. Don't focus on how many gigs you're getting and how many gigs the other person is getting. Don't focus on the fact that you're working out of your home and this person's working out of a studio, working out of an office downtown. It does not matter. What matters matters is the work. What matters is the results and the content that you're putting out. Interior design. Design your life on the inside that's going to cater to you and going to make you feel comfortable and help you be the best you that you can be, whether it's entrepreneurship, dream chasing, it does not matter. Continue to do things your way at your own pace. And here's the kicker. Here's the great news of all of it. It doesn't matter if it's in a home office. Doesn't matter if it's a downtown office. Doesn't matter if you got 500 clients or 5 clients. It does not matter. What matters is we all have the same architect. God is the architect of all of this. Don't matter if you in a 5,000 square foot mansion or if you in a 2-bedroom apartment. Adequate housing is adequate housing. As long as you got hot water, cold water, insulation, heat, air, ventilation, all of that. As long as you have all of those things, adequate housing is the same, whether it's an apartment or a mansion. It doesn't matter if you're in a home office or a downtown office. It don't matter if you got 5 gigs or 500 gigs. What matters is we all have the same architect, and God is not going to let you down. God gave you this idea, this business, this dream, and put you in charge of it so you can do great things. So continue to do great things and stop allowing the stage you are in life to hold you back. Stop allowing your design, your aesthetic, your vision to keep you boxed in because you're not there yet. You will get there, and it's okay to continue to have that vision, but understand, just because the vision might not be the same, just because the vision might not look the way you think it should look, does not hinder your growth, does not hinder your productivity, and does not hinder who you are as a person, as a businesswoman, as a businessman, as someone who's going after their dreams. What matters is the content. What matters is the productivity. What matters is what you are putting out, and what matters is that you are still you, and you're going at your own pace. So that's my message this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue to work. Let's continue to imagine reality. Interior design. Design your life. Design everything around you to cater to you so you can be the best version of yourself. I'm recording this podcast in my home office, the lab. I'm not in the True Stories Media Studios yet. I'm not there yet. And because I'm not there yet, it don't matter. I'm still going to do me. I'm not allowing myself and that design that I had of what I want things to be to stop me from being who I am right now in the present. The future is going to come. Great things are going to come for you. But until those great things come for you, continue to manage what you have. Be grateful for what you have. Be thankful for what you have. And continue to do what you got to do right now with what you have. So if this podcast has benefited you in any way, shape, or form, I ask for 2 things as always. Number 1, leave a 5-star review. And number 2, pass it on to a friend who may benefit from it as well. Have a good day, everyone. I'll talk to you next week.